The Good Buddies Anime Podcast is hosted by two rowdy, foul-mouthed American cowboys. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, Good Buddies, what's up? Welcome to the Good Buddies Anime Show. I am your good buddy, Roger.
And I am your good buddy, Brandon.
And this week we're talking about Megalobox NOMAD. That's season 2 of Megalobox. And boy,
Now, is it Megalobox NOMAD or is it NOMAD Megalobox 2?
no, it's Megalobox NOMAD.
Because the way the intro goes, it shows NOMAD.
What does it say on Wikipedia?
Megalobox 2. I don't know. You look it up real quick. Why don't you look it up for me?
I don't want to do that right now.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
Just to embarrass
Well,
you.
either way, it is that hottest fire of the season. I can go ahead and tell you that we both really like the show and you should be watching it, and you can shut this shit off right now. That's all you need to know. This show is so damn good.
It's very good. If you haven't seen the first season of Megalobox, check it out. Also, check out Megalobox Season 2. You could probably watch 2 without seeing 1, but you definitely get more out of it.
Yeah. I still think you would think it's really good. What you find over there, man?
My anime list has it listed as NOMAD : Megalobox 2. And then there is no Wikipedia page for Megalobox 2, but it does say a second season.
You said that was my anime list?
Hang on. Wikipedia does have the second season titled Megalobox 2: NOMAD. So you could go either way. I think it's fine.
They can all kiss my ass.
All right.
Megalobox NOMAD. That's what it is, baby.
Okay. That seems like a real...
He put in parentheses season 2.
Okay. Anyway, so as we said, we're not doing a full-on review of this one. We're just going to talk about it a little bit, try to convince y'all to check it out. You should check it out.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
But why should they check it out, Roger? Let's talk about
because
it.
Because damn, it's fucking good.
All right, if we were doing a review, we would start with the story and setting.
Uh-huh. So this takes place, I believe it is 5 years after the first season?
Well, it's 5 years... So the first season ends right after Megalonia, and this appears to be 5 years after something happened after Megalonia. Like after Megalonia, they set up their little gym and everything.
Yes.
And then we didn't find out.
You're right. You're right.
An unspecified amount of time passed, but it couldn't have been very much because you see some characters and they do not appear to have aged really. But then 5 years later, this is when this is happening. Yeah. So I would guess, I don't know, 6, 7 tops.
Yeah. It couldn't be much more than the 5.
At least 5, at most 7. I would guess. But yes, we're not that serious. Here's what matters. Show's awesome. Here's what matters is that the story is unspecified. An amount of time after 5 years after something horrible happened, and our boy Joe, the former champion of Gearless Joe. He's got his hair's grown out. It's even more froey than usual. He's got a little bit of a mullet going. He's got a beard. He's looking real scraggly, and he is just hopping from dive bar to dive bar. Anywhere that hosts fights and will have him, he is going in and doing these fights. And he is
whipping a little ass.
He is whipping a little ass, and they call him. He doesn't tell anybody he's Joe. He refuses to let anyone know he's Joe.
Yeah.
He's fighting with shitty gear again. Well, not shitty gear. He's fighting with gear again. He's not gearless. And he calls himself NOMAD because he's just wandering this area. And he is in a bad fucking way.
Yeah.
Needless to say. He is hopped up on painkillers half the time. He's seeing ghosts. My God, this dude is having it.
Yeah. And when he tries to put the painkillers down, the withdrawals hit in.
Man, like minor spoilers, obviously. There's a gut-wrenching scene in that first episode where he like tries to throw him away. He's in one of these gross, seedy like bathrooms of this bar, and he throws the pills down, and then he just starts shaking, and he walks over there and picks them up from around the toilet. It's like, Jesus Christ,
there's
dude.
piss all over the place too.
Oh, it's so he is, as we might say, in the lowest of the low.
He's at rock bottom.
Rock fucking bottom. Oh my God.
Yeah, so, in this amount of time, Joe, who, we left the show, he was doing pretty good.
It's a goddamn hero.
He was a freaking champion. He was inspiration to many. And now he is digging pills off of the toilet ground.
What happened?
Yeah, what the fuck happened? Well, as far as we are, which is 5 episodes in, we still don't know totally what happened, but
we're getting the picture.
Yeah, we're starting to get the picture. But man, this is a big departure from the first season.
Yeah.
It is a whole lot. The first season, I'm not going to say isn't heavy. It does have some heavy themes to it.
Oh, yeah.
This one's real heavy.
Yeah, you can get, I think maybe, probably the heaviest stuff we saw in that first season was like, there was a bit of corporate espionage and shit. There was some like real like heavy stuff between some of the competitors.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing
and
was
some mob stuff.
The mob stuff.
Yeah.
I think probably the heaviest thing I can think of was Aragaki, who was like a soldier who got fucked up and now he's a boxer. And you see that man at the end of his rope. You see Joe awful lot farther down that rope, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a long rope.
And it's worth noting that in the second season, the first episode, you see none of the other characters from the first season. None of them, really.
None of them really.
Yeah.
You see a ghost.
Yeah, you see a ghost, but that's it. And we can't say much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But, episode 5 is when you really start seeing some of these characters again. So you're going through a good whole arc of this show with nobody from the original run.
Except for Joe itself.
Yeah.
And that first 4 episodes, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to say, is kind of like him. It's setting up the redemption arc that he's going to try to go on now. Those first 4 are he is well underground, and he's got to crawl his way back to the surface before he can learn to run and fly again.
Right.
And it's it's dark.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it dives right into heavy immigration issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that is very real here in the States, especially in the state that we live in.
Oh yeah. There's again, without all the spoilers, we basically find out that there's this group who's living on this land that they currently have the rights to, but the land's being taken away. They are immigrants. They are not from this area. Pretty much everyone who's there there's a campaign that's like, get these people out of here. They don't belong here, etc., etc. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. If it doesn't make you feel bad, there's something wrong.
Probably. But yeah, it's pretty dark. The only person, do we want to move on to characters and development? Yeah. The only person in this group that seems to have a little bit of leeway with most folks is this big boxing motherfucker with the big old beefy arms. He's a little bit of an older guy named Chief.
Yeah.
Chief whips ass.
He does. He whips ass. And he's genuinely a good dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get to know this character a lot. The first time you see him, I think, is him playing. It's the outro to the series on stage in this bar on a guitar, and just sounds amazing. And it is in Spanish. Like all the titles are also in Spanish. The little bits between episodes where it goes to and from commercial are in Spanish. It's really cool. And then he kind of tries to talk to Joe, who's not having any of it, but you eventually find out Chief knows who that is.
Yeah,
he knows exactly who that is.
Yeah, he knows who it is. And not only does he know who it is, he knows a whole lot of the struggle that Joe is going through.
Quite well, he knows this struggle. Yeah,
so as the 4 episodes progress, they share like a mutual mentorship.
Yeah, where basically there is a plan concocted for them to buy this land, these immigrants and whatnot. And Chief, he's gonna try to enter this boxing tournament, and who could possibly help him get into good enough shape but Joe, who is going to try, Joe's trying to help him get into fighting shape. He's trying to help Joe break past these demons that are holding him down. It's a really interesting, it's a really cool dynamic. It's one we've seen before in movies and stuff. But man, it's very well done here.
Yeah, I haven't often seen it explored in anime.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah,
but it's really rad, man. It's just it's very, just everything about this show is so heartfelt and works. It just works.
Yep, it makes you feel. It hits you hard.
Yeah, man. What do you want to talk about next? More characters?
Yeah. That's all. Those are the really two of the characters that we can go over.
There's a few more we won't really get into detail with.
And obviously, you are going to see people from the first season as well.
Yes, we are currently, as of time of recording, this is Friday, we're up to episode 5, right? So, 5th episode, that's when you get a lot more of the characters we've seen in the first season. We get a decent look at where they are right now. We will see where it goes from here, because I gotta tell you, I'm really not sure.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. Obviously, Joe seems like he wants to try and make things right after whatever went wrong that he is being blamed for. But man, oh man, this is a good show.
Yeah, it's just so damn well done.
How about that art and animation?
Did you see that first season?
Yeah.
You remember how fucking good that first season was?
It was rad.
How scratchy.
Yeah, man.
How kind of blurred it is. How much it calls back to that 90s cell animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's on point, man.
It's very good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think you said before, the way they did it was like they basically like made the thing, blew it up, and then recompressed it.
Yeah, it's like a thing with scaling.
Yeah,
the way they did the scaling. Yeah,
so it gives it this all like you
would
said,
like downsize it and stuff. I don't remember exactly how it works anymore, but
something like that.
I mean, we talked about it in 2018 or so.
Jesus, God, we're so old. But yeah, the show itself, the art style, like you said, very scratchy, very harkens very much back to an older Cell style.
A lot less polish on it.
Yeah,
and that's the appeal.
It works so good.
Yep.
It works so good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I just love it.
Yeah, I mean,
Now, I will say one thing in season 1, there would be these moments during the fights where it would go like full super fast, like super smooth. I haven't really noticed that as much here. Like they were few and far between, but there were moments when they bumped it up to like full on quality in season 1.
There's one scene that I can think of in which Joe blocks a punch, and the punch is so hard that he's sliding back and his gloves are vibrating. And that fight sequence was pretty smooth and cool.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably because we just haven't got a whole lot of fights in this season.
Yeah. And I'm fine with that. That was a thing that was a complaint that some folks had after the first season of Megalo Box. Like, so you're saying you took this show that's about people fighting with these big ass metal robot arms, and then the end of the show, we got Gearless Joe, who is not using the robot arm. It's just straight up regular boxing. And there were folks. I personally thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Some folks were into it.
I think it made 100% sense.
Yeah, and like there was a feeling of like a little bit of a bait and switch out there, among some folks that I remember seeing talking about it, which I get, but personally, I'm like, watch the story. I reckon that to this because this is a show that's still called Megalo Box. And there have been a decent amount of fights, not nearly as much as in that first season so far.
Right.
Like we're not getting a fight every episode necessarily.
Yeah. And I mean, in that first season too, like that sequence made sense. People, like I don't want to say people are being, bitches about it, but spoiler for the first season here. Yuri knows he's gonna win that damn fight unless he takes those arms off.
He wants to fight on his level.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be one-on-one. He wants to go one-on-one with the great one.
Jesus Christ. How dare you? You gonna put up the picture of him with his fucking turtleneck?
Maybe I will, dude. I have to remember.
You sack of shit. Anyway, yeah, it's that is how that first season went. Again, spoiler alert. But this one, we got the metal arms on. We're doing fights, not nearly as many, not nearly as much. But I think it works for that because this is much more a story about like redemption and everything. It's not so much about the fights here. We gonna get some fights though.
Yeah.
We've already set up. There's gonna be more fights, so I'm looking forward to them. But yeah, it's good. Yep. I just keep saying it's good.
It's good. I mean, we said it right out. Within the first 30 seconds, it's good.
It's good.
If you can't tell by now, you should be watching this show because it is the best thing airing right now, in my humble opinion.
For sure, among the sequel series.
Yeah.
probably among.
I think it's above everything. Like, this show is just so damn good.
Okay, you haven't watched everything, but it
Okay,
is very
well,
good.
you know,
I
don't want to watch everything when I got I watch it and then my anime is full. I'm like, I don't even need to watch anything else.
Done gassed up
so
my
damn
tank.
good. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, how about the music, man? Music and sound.
God, it's so good.
It's very, very good.
It's so good. You thought that first season was good with Sachio rapping and stuff like that.
Fucking Kakate Kuyo on the outro.
Yeah. It had a kind of a more hip hop soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a very
very acoustic Spanish guitar kind of stuff.
Yep.
It's rad as hell. The opening track is just straight up blazing on them six strings.
It's like
My God.
it's like Spanish Western. It's
yeah. It absolutely like so fucking good. And then the actual visuals for it gives you like the flashes from season 1 right at the end as the title comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's hot. The outro is just this fucking mournful, just beautiful goddamn song.
Yep.
Oh my God. Just one man, one guitar, just la 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 la, just strumming away. Oh, it's so fucking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up the lyrics, man, they're good. And it's definitely like telling you part of the story already. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
And the music in between is all of it is good. The voice acting is so good too.
Superb.
There's not a dub of this yet, so it's just the Japanese audio. But
Although
man,
the dub of season 1 was quite well done as well.
This season, the audio as is right now in Japanese, these people hit the emotion of these characters so damn well.
It's very good.
God dang, it's good.
I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. Feeling it.
It's good.
I'm feeling it, Mr.
It's
Krabs.
good.
You also have the sound design. When those fucking gloves are hitting.
Yeah.
Those pops and punches.
And you get the little
whips.
tinks like the metal and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When they're punching. Oh my God. Absolutely kills. Just everything about the audio on this one is absolutely nailing it for me. It's the full package. It's the whole 9 yards and the full
It's
Monty.
the real deal. You should be watching this.
We look, we're gonna say that a lot. Just check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out if you're not.
I wanted to do an episode for this just so I could say over and over and over, hey, if you're not watching this, you should be watching this.
Yeah.
You should be watching it.
It's a streamer, not a steamer.
Yeah, it is a streamer. We'll talk about that later. My je ne sais quoi, dude, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Ah, God damn, it's so good. What do you got, dude?
It's really great. Oh God. Like I really don't want this to be just us saying, hey, this show's good.
Yeah.
But it is really good. So
if you
let's
don't
break it down
like
a
the
little bit
heavy
more.
stuff, this might not be for you.
Yes, there is a lot of heavy themes in here. You are going to see some drug use. You're going to see a lot of pain. You're going to see some people deal with death in ways that are maybe not all that healthy, and some people who are dealing with it in a more healthy way and hopefully can help those people out. It is very heavy. You're gonna see some hallucinations. We already said Joe's seeing ghosts and he's on the the painkillers, man. He's in a lot of pain when this show starts, and he is creeping his way back to a sense of normalcy.
Yeah. Because he is most certainly on a path of destruction.
Oh yeah.
Like he is, Chief. One of the first things Chief is worried about is like, hey, you're not gonna survive if you keep taking those. You're going to die.
Yes.
And it's then, like Joe is searching. How am I going to die?
And now
when do I die?
Yeah. And now later on, like as of episode 5, when we're seeing some of the other characters who from the first season, we're seeing that like Joe, he's trying to, he's more in a more healthy place now. And he is trying to make amends for everything that went down previously. Again, we don't have the full picture yet, but we've seen parts of it. And we are seeing some of the characters who feel that he has wronged them also just absolutely raging, absolutely just broken on the inside. And it's like, damn, dude, this is a show about hurt people hurting people, and everybody's hurt.
It turns out Aragaki from first season, he's doing okay.
He's doing all right. Good for him. Love that guy. Good old Aragaki.
This show's really good.
This show's really good. I think we've said it's good enough at this point. And yet we can never say it's good enough because it's so good. What I'm really waiting for is, we we've had. Well, I don't want to. We'll talk about it in the ramble. Like that's where we get a little bit more spoilery. But yeah, show's rad.
Yep. Yeah, check it out. I can't. I've said it so many times, but for real, if you're not watching this, I'm begging you. You don't even. I would prefer that you go watch the first season of 12 or 13 episodes.
At this point, I really do think so far you can jump on this one without seeing that first season.
You could pick up, what's going on.
You can pick up what they're throwing down, and you will smell what they're stepping in.
Yeah.
I think you can make it. So far, there is a good chance that we get a couple more episodes in. And it's like, all right, well, no one knows who that is unless they've saw the first season. But seriously, I think it's worth watching no matter what.
Yep. But yeah,
I think that about does it.
Yeah, that's it for this one.
Show.
Yeah.
We're gonna bust on into the ramble next week.
We're trying something new.
Well, first of all, we say next week, next time, because we can't guarantee it'll be next week.
And we are trying something new, so it might take us a little bit to fill it out.
Newish, yeah. We're doing the thing that we've kind of done before, but in a little bit different way. So normally, as we said previously, a lot of times when we do these shows, like this episode you're listening to now, we're talking about a show that either we love a lot, so we know we're gonna love it, or a show that is at least very popular, so we know that it's probably gonna be good, because usually popular stuff is good. We're going to take a look at some other shows, some things that if you watched our tier list from a few weeks ago.
I think this is the proper succession to what we're doing right now.
Yes.
Like we're taking it up to where it should be.
We're going to branch out, watch a few episodes of some stuff that we haven't really experienced, or maybe I watched for the tier list and didn't much care for, or maybe we haven't seen as many people talking about, and we're going to take a couple shows. And we're gonna see, is it a streamer or a steamer?
That's right.
Should you watch this on your TV or dump it in your potty? Like,
yeah. Dump it with the dump, baby.
Dump it with a dump. Is it a streamer or is it a steamer? And so we're gonna take a look at a few things. We have an idea.
It really does. It gives us the opportunity. You kind of touched on this, but it gives us the opportunity. Often, like you said, we
do things we know we're gonna like. We have done a straight up review for one show that we started watching it and we're like, dude, this sucks. We're like, let's do the review anyway. Yeah. We did one episode where we reviewed a show that we just straight up did not like, and some of y'all did like it, and that's fine.
Yeah. We were very negative about it, and I feel like nobody liked that we were negative about it. So
and that's fine.
And yeah, that's totally fine. But now it gives us a chance, maybe not to be negative, but hey, if we don't like something, we can talk about some of the things we don't like.
Now, that said, we don't know if we're going to like these or not.
Yeah, actually,
we could end up loving this.
That's good. There's a chance that we just get majority streamers.
Yeah. So we're gonna
But I have a feeling we're gonna step in some steamers.
Maybe. But we'll find out. We might do we're gonna do a couple shows next week. We might do a couple the week after. We'll find out next week what we feel like doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to mix it up a little bit and try something a little bit different for us. So we hope you will come along for the ride, and maybe you will agree, maybe you will disagree. By all means, I hope you let us know, because hey, that's how it works, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
By all means, leave us some comments, like, subscribe, 5-star ratings on whatever your podcast thing is. We'll have the full plugs in the ramble, but for now, I think that about does it, yes?
That does it, man.
Well, we will see y'all next time. Love you.
Love you.